Have you ever attempted to take a subscription over the phone and entered it only to be declined because of a customer authorization required? Well, we have made some improvements that makes it much easier for you to do this secondary customer authentication over the phone with your customer. It's also sometimes known as 3DS2 authentication. Essentially what that means is the issuer, the card issuer for the subscriber, requires authentication by way of, either triggering a text code to the customer's phone or a code that they get emailed or some other secondary method. And when they're doing it over the under normal circumstances, they would be handling this themselves. But if they're on the phone with you and they are calling in to pick a plan, now you can do that with them over the phone. So let's say Henry Voller calls and wants to get a hold of this $12 monthly sports news plan. All right, and you select a credit card, and let's put their payment details in and hit add plan. All right, so it's doing this thing in the background, and you get this requires authorization message. But now on the back end, just like on the front end, we will attempt to communicate through the gateway with the issuing party, and it will pop up a prompt. Now, there's no guarantee that you will have the information or they will have the information, but now it's much easier to handle this. So this is obviously a simulation from the payment gateway we're testing with right now, but this would be something where you could either get a code from the customer or some sort of a verification that they can give you over the phone, complete the process, and now finish the subscription. Okay, so there you go. That works great. So while you can do the authentication for the customer over the phone, wouldn't it be better to not even have to worry about that? Well, the good news is Stripe has a solution for that. If you're using the Stripe payment gateway, you can contact them and turn on MOTO. And so what you would do is you would go to the help icon up in the right hand corner, click on FAQ page, and scroll down here to settings and click how do I enable phone order payments. It's mail order or a telephone order. And this here frequently asked question outline will give you the directions you need to contact Stripe and enable that on your particular account. So once they have approved the support, what you will do is you come over here to settings and click gateway, and you will click enabled. And if it's enabled, it does a little test in the background. We'll hit save. So right now, they actually do not enable that in the sandbox mode. But once it's enabled in the production environment, you come and enable it, and it will do a check. And once it checks, it'll give a green light and give you the approval. So we now have back-end support for MOTO type or over-the-phone type payments. And what's great about that, no secondary customer authentication needed. The payment will just go through once that is enabled for transactions that are being taken from the admin side of things.